Trump supporters unite and wave to the former president after a secret hearing over a federal case. Remarks from a Florida senator.
I believe the Israelis have the ability to do it.
About Trump's statements over a NATO country. A live report from our DC bureau. Preserving photography.
Combining that with doing environmental activism and trying to protect those lands at the same time.
How one photographer educates others about the environment. And a 3-foot recognition brings smiles to many Chiefs fans.
I think that's all just positive.
These stories and more coming up on Newsbreak.
Good morning, South Florida. I'm Julian Davis.
I'm Daniela Zuleta, and today is February 13, 2024.
Live from the Lee Caplin School of Journalism and Media in North Miami, this is Caplin News.
A senator from South Florida is going on the record over a proposition to spend money overseas. Florida Senator Marco Rubio in the White House commented on remarks made by former President Donald Trump about NATO.
Our reporter Pamela Carrera is in Washington, D.C. Pamela, what's the latest on this story?
Former President Donald Trump created a commotion this weekend in North Carolina when he stated at a rally that if he were president again, he would tell Russia to go ahead and attack any NATO members that did not meet their military budget. Now, this goes against NATO's charter. Here in D.C., the Senator of Florida, Marco Rubio, supported Trump's comment. Let's hear what he had to say.
That's not what happened, and that's not how I view that statement. I mean, he was talking about a story that he talked about happened in the past. By the way, Donald Trump was president, and he didn't pull us out of NATO. You know, in fact, American troops were stationed throughout Europe, as they are today. They were then as well. But he's telling a story, and frankly, look, Donald Trump is not a member of the Council of Foreign Relations. He doesn't talk like a traditional politician. And we've already been through this now. You'd think people had figured it out by now.
The White House was very forceful in its criticism, calling Trump unhinged. National Security Council spokesperson John Kirby yesterday says that President Biden takes NATO membership very seriously, adding that President Joe Biden has said multiple times, "We will defend, if needed, every inch of NATO's territory." Kirby also added that Vice President Kamala Harris is meeting this week with members in Germany to reassure our alliances with NATO. This is Pamela Carrera reporting from Washington, D.C. for Caplin News.
Former President Donald Trump is back at Mar-a-Lago this morning after a court hearing in Fort Pierce. The former president attended a closed-door hearing yesterday regarding access to evidence in a criminal case against him. The classified evidence discussed in the hearing could determine whether President Trump goes to trial before the 2024 election.
With highs in the 80s here today, it's hard to imagine that New York City is dealing with what could be the largest snowstorm in 2 years. A quick but intense nor'easter was expected to start in the overnight hours. The heaviest snow was forecast just north of the densely populated metro area. Forecasters expect the city to get 5 to 8 inches of snow. The last time the city was hit with half a foot of snow was in January of 2022.
Making this storm extremely serious. We want New Yorkers to be prepared, and we want New Yorkers to do the same.
The threat will extend into Connecticut and Massachusetts later today.
Today is Fat Tuesday and the official end to the Mardi Gras season in New Orleans. Native Mary Muniz has been blessed to celebrate the tradition for more than 100 years. WVUE's Josh Robertson has more on the story.
Like I said, you look younger, but they tell me you're 104, right?
104. It's a wonderful time. I hope you have as many birthdays.
Mary hasn't lost a step.
My daughter rides in Iris, and my grandson rides in Tux. So many of my dear friends are here, and it's so nice to see them all. The crowds are enormous everywhere. It's so good to see so many people out here.
If you walk along St. Charles in the Uptown Parade route, you may run into dozens of matriarchs who have a long-standing tradition of enjoying Carnival with multiple generations of family members. But you'd be hard-pressed to find one who's seen quite as many parades as Mary.
I grew up in the area just like 10 blocks away from here, so this was our area all the time.
If I can look and act and think as sharp as she does at 104, I am doing okay.
Leighton Jeremy is just one of the many family friends who have joined Mary on their parade route for years and says it's truly like being with royalty. He says being with loved ones is what Mardi Gras is all about.
Look at it. This is what gets us out here. It's the family. It's good, clean fun.
As Mary and her friends and family waited for Iris to roll, she told me she couldn't wait to see us again next year. But I couldn't let her go without asking, what's the secret?
I'm so very blessed. I pray a lot. That helps. Yes. And I'm loved and I give love, and it's very, very important.
We honestly look forward to it whenever she turns 105.
That was Josh Robertson from WVUE. Fat Tuesday gets partying out of your system in preparation for the solemn observance of Lent. Tomorrow, in addition to being Valentine's Day, is Ash Wednesday.
A captivating black and white gallery has debuted in Washington, D.C. this month, displaying striking visuals of Florida's backyard. Our very own Sophia Bolivar from our D.C. Bureau has more on this story.
Right across the street from the Supreme Court stands the Florida House, or the Florida Embassy, where you can stop by and grab a fresh glass of orange juice, and until January 31st, visit Clyde Butcher's exhibit.
The iconic image of the Everglades.
The 82-year-old environmental photographer from Kansas City, Missouri, has brought awareness to the beauty of nature through his art, but is most prominently known for his work depicting the Florida Everglades.
What sets Clyde apart is that he's preserving this really cool form of photography. He uses this special camera called a Deerdorf. So he's preserving a type of art style, but also combining that with doing environmental activism and trying to protect those lands at the same time.
Butcher used to do color photography, but after his 17-year-old son was killed by a drunk driver in 1986, he began to only photograph in black and white. This personal connection he created with his style of photography has produced a large audience who admire his work.
Earlier last year, the Butcher Gallery, based in Venice Beach, actually reached out to us. We had always been interested in working with Mr. Butcher. Some of his pieces are on our permanent display upstairs, and it's something we've always gotten a lot of interest in from visitors. They always ask, do you have more Clyde Butcher? So when they reached out to us, we thought it would be a terrific fit.
With the government debating the significance of funding the preservation of the Everglades, Butcher helped with the restoration process by presenting to a national audience the beauty of what many see as just a swamp.
My personal favorite in this exhibit has to be the Ochobe, is the exact pronunciation of it, and it's actually right where Clyde's exhibit and his gallery space is in the Everglades.
The Florida House is expecting Butcher to visit his exhibit for the first time in May. To check out some of his other work and exhibits in Florida, check out ClydeButcher.com. Reporting for Kaplan News in D.C., I'm Sofia Bolivar.
Mickey and Mahomes participating in a post-Super Bowl tradition.
That's still ahead, and so is his story.
They do just some more good into communities where we go.
A sculpture with a shaky head being used as part of a solid plan to lift spirits. Find out what it is when Newsbreak returns in 2 minutes.
Really use a new tablet. I just don't have the money.
Let me ask you something. Do you have a Pell Grant?
Yes.
You do know you can get a free tablet, right?
Did you say free?
Yeah, free. It's simple. And the application is done in the store.
I could really use a tablet.
Go get one. Another satisfied customer. Stop by Pantotech in the Graham Center at FIU MMC today to speak with one of our associates to get your free tablet.
Type 2 diabetes can have a big impact on your life. But how can it be prevented? Well, the first step is knowing if you have something called prediabetes. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org.
large bobblehead is part of an even larger plan to spread Super Bowl joy. From his play on the field to his high-profile relationship with Taylor Swift, it's been a big year for Travis Kelce.
As Caplin's Death Leon reports, one fan purchased a big tribute to his favorite player.
Travis Kelce was in Las Vegas for the Super Bowl on Sunday, but before that, he had been running around the Missouri area doing good deeds. Of course, by Travis Kelce, I mean his 3-foot-tall ceramic bobblehead replica.
Wherever we went, it was this. Everybody just kind of came around and said, oh, this is so cool.
Yeah, he's a lot of fun. Brian Abbott picked up this rare limited edition Travis Kelce from Hy-Vee, but it wasn't for his family to enjoy.
So we have to do something with him. He's there, but he's not doing the purpose he should be doing.
So, Brian has spent the entire playoffs driving the giant Kelce bobblehead around town to places like hospitals, schools, and even charities like Operation Breakthrough on Friday, allowing folks to take a selfie and put on a smile. Operation Breakthrough is a place the real Travis Kelce donates a lot of his time to as well.
When the community steps in, it's to make sure that we can not only provide education and make sure kids start school ready, but we can do behavioral health, social services, all those things that kids need.
Brian says using the bobblehead to promote Kansas City area charities and raise awareness for them is a no-brainer.
We know there's a value to it, so we figure by auctioning it off, really do just some more good into communities where we go.
Now with the Super Bowl finished, Brian's company will auction off the bobblehead. You can go to their Facebook page Rough Fire over the next couple of weeks to find out the details. Reporting for Caplin News, I'm Zeth Leon.
The Kansas City Chiefs are in full parade preparation mode this morning, but only after MVP Patrick Mahomes carried out a Super Bowl winning tradition. Patrick showed up at Disneyland near Los Angeles yesterday to celebrate the big win. A much bigger parade is happening in downtown Kansas City tomorrow. You're watching Newsbreak, and we're coming right back.
The black truck? Hey, Christina from accounting.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I used to date a girl named Christina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she dumped me for my best friend. You want to see some photos of them that I took?
I don't.
I thought we talked about this, buddy.
Buzzed and overshared again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna call a car.
That's a smart idea.
So yeah, I know, that's why I did it.
Hey, you're gonna get back to the top of the mountain.
Does that mean I'm gonna get back with Christina?
No.
Oh.
No.
There are a lot of ways to reach out to a friend about their mental health. Learn how you can help at seizetheawkward.org.
Bill is a family man. He invests his money wisely and provides a good life for his children. Just one problem. He often opens emails from senders he doesn't know, and his computer is not password protected. One day, Bill checked his bank account and 94% of malware attacks originate from emails. Don't be like Bill. Take your cybersecurity seriously.
That's all the time that we have for Newsbreak. I'm Daniela Zuleta.
And I'm Julian Davis. Get more news anytime at caplinnews.fiu.edu.